citizens.
Hey, Snake Dude. I don't know. Let me know if you can hear me, because I have no idea what's going on right now. Excellent. Thank you. Let me know if the levels are okay. My voice might be a little bit scratchy. Um, I've had a cold for the last little bit, so. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow, Amanda Bob.
Good to see you. Whoa. See you later.
Okay, at least she's in here now. That was annoying.
Gotta love a place where you never know what happens next.
Thank you, Freckles Trish, for the follow if you're in here. Thank you so much. I really wish they would put a search in the recipes because there's so many recipes. Okay, what does everybody else want? The restaurant is empty. Are they all at Tiana's? Hello, Sally.
never been somewhere so magical.
Hello, Mr. Shelley. Thanks for joining. I realized I muted myself because I still have a little bit of a cold, so I was talking to myself. He's my favorite. I'm a Gemini, so I think it's just ingrained in me that I talk to myself because technically two different people? I don't know how that works. Whole conversations in my own brain. I love a fellow Gemini. Yeah, there's definitely more than two. And then it just depends on the day. When they're all quiet, I get worried. They're plotting something, I just know it. No, especially when it's like, I need to go to bed. And it's like, you all have to have this conversation right now. Right now. I don't care what happened 5 years ago. It is not relevant at this exact moment. Why are you thinking about it? Oh, I need to do some valley cleaning, but I know, right? It's terrible. Oh, well, I am Canadian, so there might be an accent, but it mostly might be the cold. I'll try not to say A too much and throw you all off. I'm from Alberta, so sometimes I get a weird, like, twang, and so some people are like, you kind of sound like you took a British person and, like, a Southern American and, like, melded them together. I don't know how that works, but... What are you doing down here, girl? Unauthorized Sally in the mines. Oh, there it is. Where in Alberta did you go? Did you go to like Banff or... I live in Calgary. Oh, that's nice. Was there a particular reason you chose Calgary to come up through, or were you here for the stampede? I don't know what else event-wise would have prompted a Calgary trip, but... Dad, why are we in this car? Where are we going? Why are all these names of these cities named funny? What do you mean you don't pronounce half the letters in the name of the city? Why are the speed limits in kilometers? I actually don't even know. Because we tend to use more of the British measurements than the freedom units. That's and then we kind of tend to pick and choose of like why is my oven in Fahrenheit but my thermostat is in Celsius. Thank you, Jamie, for the follow.
Say, have you seen my
Mother knows best. Don't forget, dear.
It's a pretty nice flag. Simple, clean, no nonsense. You easily look at it and you pretty much tell it's Canada. There was several iterations before it became that one, and a lot of them are really busy.
This valley's pretty great.
But that's usually the best stuff to find on Etsy is the stuff for yourself. I'm just saying, treat yourself. Especially if you think it's something that you might not ever get for Christmas. That was the one thing that I just drove me crazy about people was that they would buy like stuff that they knew people would buy for them, like the essentials or like something we knew that they wanted, and then they would buy it just before Christmas, and I'm like, why? Why? Why did you do that? I was a big Etsy person for a long time. I still have the app and everything. But a lot of my favorite makers don't sell on there anymore because of drop shippers and stuff like that. Unfortunately, the one girl that made a lot of jewelry that I have, she doesn't make it all, which is so sad. I loved all of her stuff. Yeah, she was a really lovely girl out of the UK that tended to make a lot of gothic um, inspired jewelry. I had a lot of earrings and necklaces. I had a bracelet at one point. But it was just, at the same time, it was like stuff that you could find at like Michael's and stuff and put together. But she just had a real knack for designing and putting it all together. Yeah. We went to a spooky holiday market yesterday, which was really fun. We had a photo with Krampus, myself, my fiance Marshall, and our wiener dog Yoshi. Yeah, the Krampus was really loud and unfortunately scaring some of the children, but maybe they'll behave. Who knows? There's, as Tally the elf says, that there's still time. There's still time. That's true. It is his job. Gotta keep those kids in line for Santa. They think it's all Santa's work. No credit to the Krampus.
Need anything from the market?
That was kind of one thing that I wished growing up was that we were primarily a like German descent, so I kind of wish that we kind of had like Krampus and all of that, but we were mostly just a standard Catholic Christmas household, even though it lasted forever because child of divorce, grandchildren of divorce, parents not together. I just know that he is a big possible goat man, possibly a cryptid, for all we know, which explains why the book girlies might like him. Cryptids are big right now. Yes. Yes, he does. I'm pretty sure most pictures it's exaggerated, but he's no Gene Simmons, but you know, I almost said Richard Simmons, and I was like, that's not going to be right at all. Not even close. Well, I hope that they appreciate that, because that's going to be some good cryptic smut. Oh, she did? She already got it? That's amazing. I forgot what I was going to do now. Oh, sell the fish. I'm more impressed with myself that I am keeping up with chat for someone who has never had people in the chat. That I am surprised that I'm keeping up with it fairly well. I'm pretty sure I would have forgotten what I was doing even if I wasn't trying to keep up with the chat. And then sometimes I think I just ramble and I'm like, they don't need to know that. Why did you say that? Just things to keep me up at night. I'm doing amazing. Slay. I just did some royal work and you want me to do more royal work? Ugh. I'm the only one that does anything in this village here. I also very rarely wear headphones. So to hear Wally's chunk chunk clunk clunk up close and personal was a wild experience just now. He's cute, don't get me wrong. I love Wally. Yeah. I thought he was gonna break down there for a moment, and I was like, I don't know how to repair you if you break down, Wally. Maybe for once I will actually get to hear the Forgotten sing her creepy song, so... Yeah, so the Forgotten, which is kind of like your shadow self, apparently she will like, or they will like sing, and it is almost a little creepy. I don't find it as creepy as most people like say it is, but otherwise this is a super cute game. I just like to pretend that I'm a princess of my own kingdom, but yet also I do everything in it. Just like being a Gemini, my gaming is quite literally like all over the place. So I play a lot of Dreamlight Valley, which is this. Oh, thank you. um, and then I also play The Sims. And then I also play a lot of another game called Super Animal Royale, which I just unlocked the Grampus for that. Yeah, they forgot all about me. I had to rebuild this whole village. I have to do everything. I have to keep up with everything. And then people like Kristoff are like, I don't know what to do to make Anna feel better. Apparently, also a relationship advice coach. Beast is always like, I think Belle's mad at me. I thought you had your anger issues in check, my dude, but I guess not. That's kind of why, like, so except for Super Animal Royale, that's why like Dreamlight Valley and this and The Sims, because it's like you could play for 5 minutes, get a couple stuff done, or you could play for a couple hours and get a lot of stuff done. My favorite game from a long time ago was this one game I had for the Xbox. I mean, for the GameCube. And it was like Super Mario Party, except it was Pac-Man characters. So you still went around like this kind of game board and there were mini games in it. Yeah. My first consoles that I had personally was a Sega Genesis, and oddly enough, did not have Sonic the Hedgehog for it. Um, but I did have this one called Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and apparently there was a launcher for it through Epic Games or Amazon Games and stuff like that. So I have it on my Surface that I can play now. And yeah, I still have my original Game Boy Color. I'm not a big gamer, but when I have games that I like, I will continue to play them. My uncle growing up got the first PlayStation that we had for the household, and he had mostly what I call boy games on it, but my favorite was this one that was called Tenchu, and it was like this ninja game where you like snuck around. And my favorite was to play the one girl. She had the two kind of like size almost. I don't know how the logistics works, but you could sneak up behind people and like from behind and cut like their head off. It was probably not the best game for me to be playing as a child, but I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, I yeah, I think I could say the same thing that I probably have a favorite game for almost every console. And then some of them are not even that great of games. Like you like for the Wii, it was obviously Wii Sports. It's not a great game, but downhill skiing all the time. Just oh my god, I'm getting raided by Tech. Tech, what are you doing? Oh my god. I've never experienced this before. You didn't want to bug Kipton, but okay. Hi, Andy. Yes, I should put up the stream on like my iPad, but you know, Sims is my night. The Valley is good. I'm working on the Star Path stuff. Talking about all kinds of games and I didn't know Dead by Daylight was doing a winter. Did they make all of the maps all snowy and Christmassy? Actually, that's kind of cool. We just watched Red One last night, that like action um Santa movie where Santa gets kidnapped by the Christmas witch. And the snowman was making me think of the snowman from that movie. It was good. Marshall really enjoyed it. He thought it was really funny. You got to be my first raid tech ever. First raid ever. Just so you know. Have a good lurk, have some dinner, get some water, chillax, and I will see you soon. Yes, my first raid ever. Ever, ever, ever. Yes, I will try and keep up with raids, and hopefully we'll see some new good numbers at the end of next year. Yes, thank you to everyone who was in tech stream that came. You are my first ever raid. You can put that in your achievements. You can put that in your year wrap. Oh no, what was the block? Yeah, like the boutique and stuff. I have oddly kept a lot of stuff in that area of Daisy's boutique. So every time I have to do a boutique challenge now, most of the stuff is in there. There might be like the odd time where I have to like add something additional. So like the last one I needed a skirt. But other than that, I don't change anything in that area just so that I don't have to put any thought into it. And then it's just most of it's all there. Yeah, today I think I had to add something from the ceiling and then I was done. It's an amazing little trick. I think everybody should use it. I found it out randomly by like just not clearing anything away the one time, and I was just like, "Oh, I don't have to do anything for this one." Thank you, Draco, for the follow. Much appreciated. Why are all my pumpkins off? Nice. I might start doing that because I have like the max capacity of mannequins you can have in like one room, which I don't understand how that's a thing, but well, have a good dinner, Draco. I'll probably be on for another just under 40 minutes, and then we are going to take a express carriage ride, aka a raid, over to our friend Pixie for when she starts her stream tonight. So, but I will probably be on again tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out a stream schedule, but I will be around again sometime this week for sure. So hopefully I will see you then. Checking some Discord messages here. All right. Back to business as usual. I don't know what business as usual. Yeah. I think it's because everybody's confused of where Pixie is streaming tonight. So everybody's like, where do we go? What are we doing? What's happening? And I was like, I will provide the express carriage ride if you all want in. I don't know if I'm a leader, but I'm at least doing something. I also was like, maybe it'll give people a chance to get familiar with it and they don't have to feel pressured to be like, "Oh my god, like I'm nobody." I'm somebody, but I'm also nobody. I will take the crown, but only if it comes in black. Because while that's not my favorite color, I just think everything looks better in black. But thank you, I dropped that. I know, that's the one thing I wish with the iPhone update was is that they're like, here, you can create all these emojis, but you can only use these emojis in iMessage. And I'm like, I barely use iMessage. Thanks, but no thanks. Yes, that is. Everything must have a dark aesthetic option. This is the way that it is. The balance of the universe. This is where the Libras come in. It's to restore balance to the universes. Oh no, what did you find this time? Ooh. Like, is it like a custom dust jacket kind of situation? Because that sounds really cool. I got the Flemmy the Flamingo going on here. I got the 9 p.m. snuffles, even though it's only 5:30 my time. Ooh, I've never even heard of that. That sounds nice. I read really like niche authors. I that I've also just been reading for most of my adolescence and adult life. So, okay, I think we just became best friends, just so you know. Just so you know. Because that is my preferred genre of reading is vampires. Not even a joke. It is my genre. Oh, hey girl, hey. So, yeah, supernatural is good, but like if there is a vampire in the book, you best believe I want my hands on it. I have been obsessed, obviously, with vampires for a very long time. And I've read pretty much all of Anne Rice. My favorites are Sherilyn Kenyon and Lindsay Sand. They write primarily vampire-esque books. Sherilyn Kenyon, I almost did not read, to be honest. My best friend was trying to explain it to me when we were like 16. And she was just like, you have to read this book. You have to read this book. And I was like, no. And now it is a core part of my personality. Where she mixes vampires with Greek mythology. And then my other favorite, Lindsay Sand, is actually a Canadian author. And hers is vampires mixed with kind of like ancient lore. So actually Atlantis. And it's kind of almost a little, it's the closest I get to sci-fi, honestly. Yes, so Sherilyn Kenyon does they're originally called the Dark Hunter novels. And she's been writing these books for like 30 years. So it is an expansive series. I said this is the equivalent of my mom and my grandmother were really into a book series called Clan of the Cave Bears. And there's like a bajillion in that series. And I just loved the premise so much that it was vampires were created um, out of Apollo. So Apollo did not like that Zeus had his own being, so humankind. So he decided to make his own. Well, Apollo got a mistress, and his people, the Apolloites, tried to take out the princess and whatnot. So he basically banished them. And because Apollo is the god of the sun, they couldn't go out in the sun anymore. And his sister, Artemis, was so annoyed that all of these little creatures that her brother created were ruining her night that she created the Dark Hunters. Basically vampire killers. And it is a very expansive, very long, yeah. Not that you needed any more drama in there, but they've added Greek gods. She does expand into Norse, Celtic, Roman. And all of these vampire hunters are immortal. And very hot. Artemis handpicks these hunters herself. Yes, naturally. Naturally, very hot. And there's actually women ones too, which is really nice. So, it's very inclusive. She's like, as long as you've been so, and actually, in order to be a dark hunter, you actually had to be betrayed in your life, and you. So for one of them, uh, he was basically basically a mutiny, and he was murdered. And when you've experienced such tragedy, the soul cries out to Artemis, and that's how she recruits. It's wild. Yeah. It's a really fun series. And I do like also that they're all connected, but they're also in some cases they can be slightly standalone. So if you start in the middle, you don't like you can go back and you can read and get more information, but you're not like completely out of the loop. So that's one thing I do about appreciate. And then she's created several spin-offs from it. It is really my own little multiverse. We have 20 minutes before the carriage ride. I was so worried that I was going to lose track of time. Yeah, that's why I like some of the like and Lindsay Sands is kind of the same way too, where it is an expansive universe, but you don't have to be like constantly involved or always constantly reading the spin-offs or anything like that. Like she's fairly good at explaining what's happening without being repetitive. So the House of Night has a very special place in my heart. I might cry. um, Not in a bad way. But the House of Night series was actually a book series that my grandmother bought me. Because she thought yeah. She bought them for me thinking, she's like, this is amazing. It's Indigenous history, which I really enjoy. It is vampires, which I really enjoy. So she bought it for me, and I haven't been able to finish the series since she passed away. Because it hurts a lot. But I really enjoy the world. I follow the authors. I've read their new series, which was kind of like dystopian, magical, where they have to like escape and run away. I was an advanced reader for that. And I was like, I have no idea what's going on. But they're great writers, amazing writers. And I love that it's a mother and a daughter. I think that's also why my grandmother really liked it, was because the grandmother was a very prominent character and is an important character. So it took me, just like Anna Green Gables, it took me a long time to go back and read the rest of the series, because Anna Green Gables was actually the first novel that I ever read, and it was with the help of my grandmother. Yes, I won one of the um I think it was one of the teachers spin-offs, which I really enjoyed. Or it might have been the handbook I got. I don't know, I won one of the books off of one of their Instagram giveaway. Yes, I think it was Nefertiti. Nefertiti. I will say I think I blocked out a lot of stuff that happened in those books, because some of them I was like, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this unauthorized murder of this character. I understand you as the author has had a direction you were going in, but I do not agree with these unauthorized. I apologize for the cough. Yeah, yeah, that was it. Then there was zombies, and I was just like, am I reading a book about vampires or zombies? Are they going to introduce werewolves at some point? More characters in it and more confusing, that every book needs a... My grandmother was also a big reader, and she had the Anna... it's a really long Russian book, to the point where she had a cheat sheet for it. Because couldn't keep any of the names straight. Anna Karenina? Something like that. Yeah. She had a laminated cheat sheet to remember all of the names of all of these Russian characters. And what family they belong to, and... Yeah. Anna Karenina. Yeah.
I hope my time here brings honor to my family.
I keep meaning to read the book, but it is so thick, it looks so intimidating. I think some books just don't need to be that thick. It's like not every novel needs to be War and Peace. just just putting that out there. See, I never see, oddly enough, I never read The Vampire Diaries. I did read other L.G. Smith. Yeah. Whoever the author is. I did read one of other series that she had, but I did not read The Vampire Diaries just because I knew how different it was to the TV show, and I was really into the TV show, and I made that mistake with True Blood, reading True Blood while I was still watching the TV series, and I was like, well, why isn't that in there? Why is it? See, and I wanted to read Bridgerton, but they did so well at the cinematics of the TV show, in my opinion, that I don't think I could ever read the books because I want it to be as magical.
Evening, y'all.
I sometimes wish I was better at disassociating things, but unfortunately, I'm not. The number one reason why I have still barely watched any of Supernatural is because my brain gets confused between Dean of Supernatural and why Dean is referring to himself from Gilmore Girls in the third person. Yeah, yeah, that's I was ready to commit to Supernatural, and then they brought out uh the year in the life or whatever it was for Gilmore Girls, and I'm like, nope. Who are you, and why do you keep referring to yourself in the third person?
I wonder if these cheerful villagers dress as witches.
Oh, mine doesn't work properly either. That's fine. Uh, Again, I'm just really surprised that I kept up with chat. I kept up with notifications. We're about to get in the carriage. We're about to go zoom over to Pixie's stream. Yes, I love Jack. I was so happy when I got him. Mostly because I really love when you stand really close to him. No, Jack, come back. Sir? Sir, I'd like to talk about our Lord and Savior. Mushu. Yeah, I have Mushu too. I hate when they run off, but then they just like disappear. Yeah. Why are you behind the caravan? Can I even get... No, sir, come back. Oh, he's always up to something. See? Always up to something. Sir. Sir. Okay, but why do you all have to be here right now? Why? Tiana. Whatever you say, Jack.
Excuse me. I have holiday experiments waiting.
But yeah, I like to stand really close to him because you have to look up at him. I know, right? Oh, Sally's here. We gotta go. I was doing nothing. I was doing nothing. Ah. Foiled by my own decor. Okay, we weren't doing anything. We're chill. We're chill. You started it. We don't know what caused the screaming. I didn't hear anything.
I happen to be the...
Four minutes. Prepare the carriage. Do, 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 do. We will go from my stately village to the high court. I don't. Sometimes that's okay. I know that you're not talking to yourself. You're talking to your new best friend. God. I'll have to submit a dream snap at some point. What's the current challenge? Cinderella. That might be another day thing. I am accepting the friend request right now. Just so you know. Denied. I mean, approved. She's in here somewhere. So just waiting for Pixie's notification. If you've never been in a raid before, it will automatically, once the raid goes, it'll automatically load you in to Pixie's stream. If you are on using your Xbox or your console and you are using the Twitch app, it unfortunately will not take you over there. But in any app or computer, it will automatically change over to her stream. and then it'll usually say that we came in with however many viewers and stuff like that. So it is actually really neat. It's really cool when people do kind of like marathons. So somebody will play for a couple hours and then it'll go over to somebody else. I watched one back in June, and it was all LGBT friendly ones. Okay, so we are going to start the raid. Now that I see that Pixie's now I also have to figure out how to do this. No, just kidding. All right. The raid will start, and I will see you all over there in a few seconds.